Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I'm Sovereign. Today we are back in Infinite Lagrange for the weekly patch notes. It's a couple of days behind. If you've been on my Discord, you'll know I had some stuff going on. So if you'd like to find out a little bit more information, you've been following the channel for a while, make sure to join the Discord in the description. So there's not been some massively big changes with this week's patch notes. There have been some more aircraft stuff, some adjustments on attack priorities, which should help focus ships in the right direction because they weren't targeting what they're really supposed to be targeting in the first place, and some optimizations of ship displays and how they look, and when you're actually going through the ship sailing scenarios, some different camera changes. Some of these things can be quite big, but there hasn't been enough testing so far to find out how it's actually working, but we are working on doing some of that testing. Right, so let's go for the adjustments for all star systems. They've adjusted on the weapon attack priority of some ships. They adjusted on the attack priority of the airborne combat cannons. So the attack priority of some of the airborne combat cannons to prioritizing fighters, corvettes, destroyers, and frigates from fighters, destroyers, and frigates. So they've basically changed it to have destroyers ahead of frigates as they are the larger target. So the weapons involved in this are from the Quantum Scout, the Sandrake, the Balancer Anderson, the Vitas, the Spore, the Rational, the Janbaya AER-410, and the Mistral. Now they've added a developer's comment on here saying an airborne combat cannon is usually used in aircraft to aircraft battles, so it's more AA stuff getting thrown in and getting some more fixes with the AA, because they were some of the biggest issues in the game, obviously, apart from the pathing and all that sort of stuff that's been going on forever. So after the adjustments, the attack priority of the related weapons will be more in line with their role. They've adjusted it on the attack priority of some of the torpedo launching weapons, those that of the Winged Hussar integrated missile destroyer, to prioritizing frigates and destroyers from prioritizing aircraft. So they will no longer target aircraft, they will be attacking frigates and destroyers. This is probably more for a balancing thing because they are fixing aircraft to aircraft combat. They've optimized some descriptions of the enhancement options for some ships' weapon systems. There's going to be no combat, and there's going to be no change in how the ship works and its combat efficiency. It's just more of a look-see, as we have in a lot of these sort of updates that have been coming out over the past couple of months. They've optimized the way to remove reinforcing ships from the fleets that receive reinforcements after returning to the base. Ships serving as reinforcements will be removed from the reinforced fleet upon returning to the base, so the latter can be restored to its initial fleet lineup. This was kind of annoying how you had to always sort of break the fleet down, then restart the fleet again to bring it back out because you couldn't sort that out. That's actually quite a nice change. It wasn't the biggest deal, but it was a little bit annoying. They've optimized the info display of the ship's survivability in the battle report, how much damage they're taking. I hope that'll be very nice to know. Added the view from the UAVs for Xeno Stinger in the fleet sailing scenario, so you can look through the eyes of the UAVs. They've adjusted the rewards for completing some quests issued by Space Cities. Now, I don't know yet because I don't really do the Space Cities quests. I never bothered with them. So if you do know down below if they've actually buffed that or nerfed that, please let me know. And then we got new features and adjustments for some of the star system. They've adjusted the difficulty of defeating city defense fleets in some star systems. The star systems involved target star systems of the Node Recovery Agreement and those of the Trojite Crystal Collective Agreement. Now again, I haven't been on to attack any cities since this patch has been released, so I don't know if they've made it more difficult. They added a new district, Pioneer Industrial Park, for the city of Antontus in the Hub Star system. They optimized the map of the city of Antontus in the Hub Star system. They've optimized the animation effects when entering a new star system after signing the Trojite Crystal Collective Agreement and during the star system development rating. And they've optimized the save mode of the system mail during system relocation. Again, nothing major has been added. There's just been some changes to the aircraft stuff, which has been needed for a long time, and I'm glad they're focusing on the most broken element of the actual combat systems at this moment in time. That is not including the pathing and all that sort of stuff. We're just talking about the actual combat itself. And they've got some bug fixes. They fixed an issue where the preview enhancement effects of the enhancement options for some armor systems were inconsistent with the actual effects, with their combat performance unchanged. The ships involved are the Ruby, the heavy defensive variant, and the Chimera defensive cruiser. They fixed an issue where an aircraft couldn't be locked on correctly when located in the same position as its carrier on on the battlefield. They fixed an issue where your aircraft could still be attacked by enemy aircraft while in the hangar. That was a big thing. I actually heard about this a little while ago. Someone sent me a DM in Discord asking me if like it was the case. I don't know how they would have noticed because I still can't tell what the hell's going on in that battle screen when stuff is going on. I couldn't tell for love nor money the aircraft were being attacked inside of the hangars. I don't know how that person even understood it, but they did, and they found it, and it has been fixed. They fixed an issue where the evasion bonus effect intended for the ZAT-1000 aircraft communication system of the Tundra took effect on the wrong target. The actual effect will be consistent with the description after the fix. They fixed an issue where the enhancement option enhanced repair materials failed to take effect properly on the integrated damage control system of the Spear of Uranus heavy battle cruiser. They fixed an issue where the version numbers of the blueprints of the ships as reinforcements were displayed wrongly in the battle report. They fixed an issue where you couldn't jump to the corresponding channel after selecting a channel to make in-game sharing. So as I said earlier, there's nothing really big on the changes. There could be something quite big depending on how the testing goes and how people are actually using the aircraft, whether it's actually working better now, and how the changes to the wing to SAR with the prioritizing targets to frigates and destroyers. Everything else is kind of fluff and cosmetic. And that's all we have for this week. I will be doing a video for game updates. There'll be a giveaway sponsored by NetEase and Good Gamey, who I am doing some work with Infinite Lagrange. We'll be talking about some changes to the game that can be made, what direction you kind of want the game to go in, what additions you'd like to the game, what changes you would like to the game, and I'll put that video out in the next week or so. So make sure to look out for that if you want to be able to put your opinions and issues you have with the game in the comment. There'll be a system of how many likes on the comments and how much I think it will actually affect the game to be who wins the prizes. I'll also be talking about what I feel needs to be done in the game. Obviously, I can't win my own prize, but I hope to see you all there. I want to thank you all for watching. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.